Oh, I wanted to talk about that guy in the cruise ship, yeah. That's fucking terrifying. I don't want to pull up the video, I just wanted to get like an article about it. This source will work. Thanks to resub Monk, Musin, Sean, Photography, and the 5 gift subs Connor, and the bits Carrie. The resub synchronized. And tier 1 Sentinel. And the Prime Teth. Okay, yeah, we'll just talk about the cruise ship thing right now because this sent me down a rabbit hole. So, on a cruise ship, there were some young folk doing what the spry youth does, making silly dares, being goofy, getting a little wild. And this 18-year-old baseball star was dared to jump off the cruise ship, I guess, and he did it. He jumped off the cruise ship. And obviously, I imagine most of you realize why that's a terrible idea. But it gets even worse. So not only did he jump off the cruise ship, here, I'll pull up the video just to show something here. Wow, this must be like a re-upload of a re-upload because it's actually negative 240p. Right here, there's like a splash, and it looks like a shark. It's too pixelated in this video to really see for sure, but in the clearer ones, it looks very much like a shark. So he swims away from it, which unfortunately pushes him away from the buoy, and the cruise ship is still going, and he doesn't make it back to the cruise ship, and he's been missing ever since. That has to be one of the most horrifying fucking ways of going. And they've now called off the search. I then looked into it on like how common cruise ship overboards are. Not very common. And of the 219 roughly overboards over the last year, or I think it was a year, only 28 of them have survived. So it's something like a 20% survival rate or some shit. It's fucking terrifying. Thanks to resub Magma, Apple, Grateful, your boy, Ruthless, CRL, Cone, and Tier 1 Tubby, and the Prime Crispy. Just stop the ship. So that's what I thought. But it turns out, even when you stop the ship creates such a big current that it pushes the people so far off course and out of the way that it's still extremely difficult to find them. So even if you immediately stop the second that they get off the ship, like the second that they overboard, there's a great chance that you still won't be able to find them. Plus, it doesn't stop on a dime. It's a fucking ship, right? You know, it doesn't just immediately freeze like it's lagging in a video game. So it still cruises a little bit forward still, which continues to push them away. Like, it's extremely difficult. And this was even more tragic because of the shark, or what looked like a shark. Because he starts swimming away from the life ring that they threw out to him. So he stood no chance. So he just vanished in the middle of the night. It was scary. And I also looked up how easy it would be, like if there's ever any accidental overboards, because I've never been on a cruise ship. I imagine that there are like railings in normal boats where there's like a lot of space you could easily fall through if you slip. Not the case with cruises, apparently. The only time there's ever an accidental overboard is when someone's drunk and climbing. Was the 18-year-old drunk? I have to imagine on a cruise with like your fellow athletes and peers, I imagine they were probably drinking. And then someone came up with the dare to jump off the ship and he fucking did it. In the video, the guy who's filming says bye-bye, which was absolutely fucking savage. Like, it seemed like he actually wanted him to die or something. Easy resub Josie Moon in the Prime proper. Yeah, I have no idea, Doug. If it's hard to even like process what kind of thoughts would have led to them thinking this was like a decent idea. A, I don't think they expected him to actually do it. And B, I think they probably thought it wouldn't be a big deal. Because like if you think about it in your head, like if you've been on a boat, you jump off a boat and you can get back on quickly because the boat stops, whatever. Not the same with a cruise ship. So maybe they, probably inebriated, just didn't recognize just how dangerous it was, would be my guess. Would I ever take a cruise ship yourself? No. I don't even like the idea of cruises. It's not even that I'm afraid of cruises. I just legitimately don't think I'd have fun on them. I really don't. I don't see myself enjoying it. Also, people get murdered on cruise ships all the time. What? I don't know about that. People get murdered on cruise ships all the time. I'm not sure on that claim. I know people die on cruise ships from time to time, but I don't know about murder. You'd be surprised. I went on one last year and 3 people died while I was on it. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? But yeah, that's a terrible situation. There's a resub, Diego.